Nama saya Faviana Rifki, nomor induk A320220116 kelas F, akan membacakan chapter ke-7 penugasan extensive reading. Chapter 7, For the Love of a Man. Only the 5 dogs reached John Thornton's camp: Joe, Pike, Solegs, Teague, and Buck. They fell on the ground and could not move. They were almost dead. It was nearly the end of the winter, and it was a beautiful day. John Thornton was repairing an axe. Is it safe to cross the river here? Asked Hall. Oh no, it's very dangerous. The ice is too thin, answered Thornton. Hall looked at him and said, I don't believe you. Must go to Dawson. He took his whip and cried, Come on, Buck, let's go. Thornton knew these people were stupid and did not understand. The team did not move. After a while, Solegs slowly stood up. Joe was crying, but he stood up. Pike tried twice and fell down. The third time he stood up. Buck did not try. Hall whipped him down, but Buck did not move. Thornton wanted to speak, but he did not. Hall was furious and took a club. He hit Buck again and again, but Buck did not want to stand up. He had a strange feeling of doom. He saw thin ice in front of him. After so much suffering, he did not feel the club. Then suddenly Thornton jumped on Hall and threw him on the ground. Don't hit the dog again, or I'll kill you, Thornton cried. It's my dog, said Hall. Go away or I'll hit you too. I'm going to Dawson. Thornton stood between him and Buck. Hall took out his long knife. Thornton knocked it out of Hall's hand. Then Thornton picked it up and cut Buck's harness. Hall did not want to fight. Buck was almost dead. A few minutes later, Hall and the sled went all along the river. Buck raised his head and saw Pike, Solegs, Joe, and Teague pulling the sled. Thornton examined Buck's body, he was looking for broken bones. Buck was terribly thin and weak. You have many wounds but not broken bones, said Thornton. Both dog and man watched the sled. It was crossing the ice in the middle of the river. Suddenly, the back of the sled went down and the front went up. There was a lot of screaming. Then a big piece of ice broke and the dogs and people disappeared. John Thornton and Buck looked at each other. You poor dog, said Thornton, and Buck licked his hand. John Thornton was ill all winter. His friends left him at the White River while they went to Dawson. Thornton had a lot of food and he was comfortable. Now it was spring and he was better. During the warm spring days, he and Buck sat by the river. Buck watched the water and listened to the birds. He needed a long rest. Slowly he became stronger and fatter. John Thornton had 2 other dogs. Skeet was a small dog and she made friends with Buck. When Buck was ill, she took care of him. She washed his cuts with her tongue. Nick was a big, friendly dog. His eyes laughed when Buck became stronger and 3 dogs played together. Thornton sometimes played with them. The days passed happily. For the first time, Buck learned to love. He and Judge Miller were very good friends, but Buck did not love him. John Thornton saved Buck's life, and he was a perfect master. He loved his dogs and took good care of them. The dogs were like his children. He always talked to Buck. He took Buck's hand between his hands and shook it lovingly. He adored Thornton. When Thornton touched him or spoke to him, he was wild happiness. He sat near Thornton's and looked at his face for hours. At first, Buck followed Thornton everywhere. He didn't want Thornton to live like Francois or Perrault. Buck was happy with Thornton, but he was a dog of Northland. He dreamed of other animals and heard him calling him. It was the call of the wild. Sometimes Buck wanted to answer the call. He often went to the forest, but he always returned to Thornton. Buck was not interested in another man. When Thornton's friend Hans and Pete returned, Buck did not notice him. He knew they were Thornton's good friend, and so he accepted them. Hans and Pete saw that Buck loved only Thornton and no one else. He was always happy to obey Thornton. One day they were in Circle City. Blackburn was a bad and cruel man. He was a salon, and he was fighting with another man. Thornton tried to stop them, but Buck sat in a corner and watched. Burton hit Thornton and he almost fell. There was a loud growl and Buck jumped on into the air at Burton's throat. The man put up his arm and saved his life. Then he fell to the ground with Buck on top of him. Buck bit his throat. Some people pulled Buck off the man. A doctor arrived and examined Burton's throat. The dog attacked only because Thornton was in danger, someone said. From that day, Buck's name became famous all over the Northland. In the fall of that year, Buck saved Thornton's life another time. The three men were going down the river. Thornton was in the boat, and Hans and Pete were on the river bank. They were holding the boat with a rope. Buck was on the bank, and he watched his master. Soon they came to a dangerous part of the river. The boat was going too fast because of the current was too strong. Hans pulled the rope and stopped the boat, but it turned over. Thornton fell into the water. Buck jumped in immediately swam to his master. Thornton took Buck's tail, and Buck swam bravely towards the river bank. But they moved slowly because the river pushed them to the rocks. We can't get to the river bank because the current is too strong," said Thornton. He held on to the rock and let go of Buck's tail. Then he cried, "Go, Buck, go!" Buck obeyed and swam into the river bank. Hans and Pete pulled him out of the river. "We must work as fast to save Thornton. He is in great danger," said Pete. They tied a rope around Buck and he jumped into the river again. The river carried him past Thornton, but he finally reached him. Thornton held on to Buck and Hans and Pete pulled the rope very hard. Thornton and Buck disappeared under water. When Hans and Pete pulled them out, they both seemed dead, but slowly they opened their eyes. Thornton examined Buck's body and found 3 broken bones. "We must camp here until Buck is better," said Thornton. Bagian 7. Untuk kasih sayang seorang laki-laki. Hanya 5 anjing yang mencapai kemah John Thornton, Joe, Pike, Solex, Stick, dan Buck. Mereka jatuh ke tanah dan tidak bisa bergerak. Mereka hampir mati. Itu hampir akhir musim dingin pada waktu itu. Dan itu adalah hari yang indah. John Thornton sedang memperbaiki kapak. "Apakah aman untuk menyampingi sungai di sini?" kata Hal. "Oh tidak, sangat berbahaya. Esnya terlalu tipis," jawabnya Thornton. Hal menatapnya dan berkata, "Aku tidak percaya padamu, kita harus pergi ke Dawson." Dia mengambil cambuknya dan berteriak, "Ayo Buck, ayo pergi." Thornton lalu tahu orang-orang ini bodoh dan tidak mengerti. Tim tidak bergerak. Setelah beberapa saat, Solex perlahan berdiri. Joe menangis tetapi dia berdiri. Buck mencoba 2 kali dan jatuh. Ketiga kalinya dia berdiri. Buck tidak mencoba. Hal mencambuknya tapi Buck tidak bergerak. Thornton ingin berbicara tetapi dia tidak melakukannya. Hal sangat marah dan mengambil tongkat itu. Dia memukul Buck lagi dan lagi. Tapi Buck tidak mau berdiri. Dia memiliki perasaan malapetaka yang aneh. Dia melihat es tipis di depannya. Setelah itu banyak penderitaan. Dia tidak merasakan gelap. Lalu tiba-tiba Thornton melompat ke arah Hal dan melemparkannya ke tanah. "Jangan memukul anjing itu lagi, aku akan membunuhmu," seru Thornton. "Ini anjingku," kata Hal. "Pergi atau aku akan memukulmu juga. Aku akan pergi ke Dawson." Thornton berdiri di antara dia dan Buck dan mengeluarkan pisau panjangnya. Thornton menjatuhkannya dari tangan Hal. Kemudian Thornton mengambilnya dan memotong tali kekang Buck. Hal tidak ingin berkelahi. Buck hampir mati. Beberapa menit kemudian, Hal dan kereta luncurnya menyusuri sungai. Buck mengangkat kepalanya dan melihat Pike, Solex, Joe, dan Dick sedang mengendarai kereta luncur. Thornton memeriksa tubuh Buck. Dia mencari tulang yang patah. Buck sangat kurus dan lemah. "Kamu punya banyak luka tapi tidak patah tulang," kata Thornton. Baik anjing maupun manusia memperhatikan kereta luncur itu melintasi es di tengah sungai. Tiba-tiba bagian belakang kereta luncur jatuh dan bagian depan naik ke atas. Ada banyak teriakan. Lalu pecahan es yang besar dan anjing-anjing lalu orang-orang menghilang. John Thornton dan Buck saling memandang. Kasihan anjing-anjing itu, kata Thornton, dan Buck menjilat tangannya. John Thornton sakit sepanjang musim dingin. Teman-temannya meninggalkannya di Sungai Putih saat mereka pergi ke Dawson. Thornton punya banyak makanan dan dia merasa nyaman. Sekarang musim semi dan dia merasa lebih baik. Selama hari-hari musim semi yang hangat, dia dan Buck duduk di tepi sungai, memperhatikan air dan mendengarkan burung-burung. Dia butuh istirahat yang panjang. Perlahan dia menjadi lebih kuat dan gemuk. John Thornton memiliki 2 anjing lainnya, Skid, seekor anjing kecil, dan dia berteman dengan Buck. Ketika Buck sakit, dia merawatnya. Dia mencuci lukanya dengan lidahnya. Nick sangat ramah. Matanya penuh dengan tawa. Saat Buck menjadi lebih kuat, ketiga anjing itu bermain bersama. Thornton terkadang bermain dengan mereka. Hari-hari berlalu dengan bahagia. Untuk pertama kalinya, Buck belajar mencintai. Dia dan Hakim Miller adalah teman yang sangat baik, tetapi Buck tidak mencintai dia. John Thornton menyelamatkan hidup Buck, dan dia adalah tuan yang sempurna. Dia mencintai anjing-anjingnya dan merawat mereka dengan baik. Anjing-anjing itu seperti anak-anaknya. Dia selalu berbicara dengan Buck. Dia mengambil kepala Buck di antara kedua tangannya dan menjabatnya dengan penuh kasih sayang. Dia mengagumi Thornton. Ketika Thornton menyentuhnya, dia berbicara dengannya, dia sangat bahagia. Dia duduk di dekat Thornton dan menatap wajahnya selama berjam-jam. Awalnya Buck mengikuti Thornton kemana-mana. Dia tidak ingin Thornton pergi seperti Francois atau perahu. Buck sangat senang dengan Thornton, tetapi dia adalah anjingnya. Dia memimpikan hewan lain dan mendengar mereka memanggil dia. Itu adalah panggilan alam liar. Terkadang Buck ingin menjawab panggilan itu. Dia sering pergi ke hutan, tetapi dia selalu kembali ke Thornton. Buck tidak tertarik pada pria lain. Ketika teman-teman Thornton, Hans dan Pete kembali, Buck tidak memperhatikan mereka. Dia tahu mereka adalah teman baik Thornton, jadi dia menerima mereka. Hans dan Pete melihat bahwa Buck hanya mencintai Thornton dan bukan orang lain. Dia selalu senang mematuhi Thornton. Suatu hari mereka berada di Circle City. Black Barton adalah seorang yang jahat dan kejam. Dia berada di salon dan berkelahi dengan pria lain. Thornton mencoba menghentikan mereka. Buck duduk di sudut dan menonton. Barton memukul Thornton hingga hampir jatuh. Terdengar geraman keras dan Buck melompat ke udara di tenggorokan Barton. Pria itu mengangkat lengannya dan menyelamatkan nyawanya. Kemudian dia jatuh ke tanah dan Buck di atasnya. Buck menggigit tenggorokannya. Beberapa orang menarik Buck dari pria itu. Seorang dokter datang memeriksa tenggorokan Barton. Anjing itu menyerang hanya karena Thornton dalam bahaya, kata seseorang. Sejak saat itu nama Buck menjadi terkenal di mana-mana di daerah utara. Pada musim gugur tahun itu, Buck menyelamatkan nyawa Thornton di lain waktu. Ketiga pria itu sedang menyusuri sungai. Thornton berada di perahu dan Hans dan Pete berada di tepi sungai. Mereka memegang perahu dengan tali. Buck ada di tepi dan mengawasi tuannya. Segera mereka mencapai di bagian sungai yang paling berbahaya. Perahu melaju dengan terlalu cepat karena arusnya sangat kuat. Hans menarik tali untuk menghentikan perahu itu, tetapi ternyata terbalik. Thornton jatuh ke dalam air. Buck segera melompat dan berenang ke tuannya. Thornton mengambil ekor Buck dan Buck berenang dengan berani menuju tepi sungai. Tapi mereka bergerak lambat karena sungai mendorong mereka ke arah bebatuan. Kami tidak bisa mencapai tepi sungai karena arusnya terlalu kuat, kata Thornton. Dia berpergian pada batu dan melepaskan ekor Buck. Lalu dia berteriak, "Pergi, Buck, pergi." Buck menurut dan berenang ke tepi sungai. Hans dan Pete menarik dia keluar dari sungai. "Kita harus bekerja cepat untuk menyelamatkan Thornton. Dia dalam bahaya besar," kata Pete. Mereka mengikat tali di sekitar Buck. Dan dia melompat ke sungai lagi. Sungai membawanya melewati Thornton, tetapi dia akhirnya sampai padanya. Thornton berpegangan pada Buck dan Hans serta Pete menarik talinya sangat keras. Thornton dan Buck menghilang ke bawah air. Ketika Hans dan Pete menarik mereka keluar, mereka berdua tampak mati. Tapi mereka perlahan membuka mata mereka. Thornton memeriksa tubuh Buck dan menemukan tiga tulang yang patah. "Kita harus berkemah di sini sampai Buck sembuh," kata Thornton.